We were only a few days away from the Crash Bandicoot N.Sane Trilogy release, the remastered collection of the iconic original 3 Crash titles, but should you be interested in the game? I've waited quite a while to make this video and actually did a Gaming Origins episode on the Crash series in anticipation, which you might also want to check out. The original trilogy that released during the 90s was created by Naughty Dog. Many of you will know that Naughty Dog have since moved on to Uncharted and The Last of Us and become one of the most renowned developers of today, with the Crash remaster being created by Vicarious Visions instead, who have actually worked on a number of the portable Crash games in the past like Crash Bandicoot The Huge Adventure, Entranced and Crash Purple. Most recently, however, they are working on a rather different AAA game, Destiny 2, another of Activision's IPs. The game releases on the 30th of June exclusively for the PS4, with rumours of it coming to the Xbox One at some point, but currently it's considered a PlayStation exclusive and it will probably stay that way. Hopefully I don't eat my words for saying that. The collection isn't a full price title, you can purchase it for around £30 in the UK or $40 in US, meaning you're getting great value for money. Sony constantly refers to the N.Sane Trilogy as a remaster, but it's arguable you could call this a remake. In fact, I've seen a lot of self-proclaimed remakes do a hell of a lot less. Very recently, we got an article along with quotes by Vicarious Visions that states that they had access to virtually no source code and therefore none could be used for the N.Sane Trilogy, instead building the game from the ground up, which at least by my definition would count as a remake. The one thing that was managed to be uncovered was some 3D meshes, which were provided by Naughty Dog themselves, but that seems about all. Being what is essentially a remake, we don't simply just get a resolution bump with some smoothed over textures. All the intro and ending cutscenes have been completely recreated, and the difference from the PS1 versions is a stark contrast. The new ones really do look incredible. There are also numerous gameplay changes that improve the games. You can now play as Coco as well as Crash, which is a completely new feature. She plays identically as you might expect, but it's still a really nice addition. Time trials have been added to the first 2 games, whereas they were only present in Warped originally. Other small additions like autosaving and a crate counter have been added to the first game, bringing it more in line with the sequels. There is a possibility of new levels, although this is entirely unconfirmed. The back of the box states there are over 100 levels, however across the 3 original games the total number of levels was less than 100, leading many fans to believe there may be additional levels or previously unfinished levels added to the N.Sane Trilogy. The actual core gameplay itself has been left as it was in the 90s, and even 20 years later it looks to be holding up incredibly well. Vicarious Visions made a point of not altering the core gameplay to retain the feel of the original games, and I think that was definitely the right move. All 3 games have a separate trophy list and platinum trophy for trophy holders like myself, which you might be pleased to hear if you're into collecting them. The games do run at 30 frames per second, which is a little disappointing as I think many hoped and believed the games should be able to run at 60 frames per second, but at least from my perspective it's not the end of the world or a deal breaker by any means at all. On a standard PS4 the resolution sits at a native 1080p, whilst on the Pro it doesn't hit a native 4K, which again many hoped this collection would be able to manage, but at 1440p resolution upscaled to 4K. From those that have played the game on a Pro and 4K TV, they've been extremely positive about the presentation, so don't let that put you off. So should you be interested in the collection, the N.Sane Trilogy has to be one of the easiest games to be hyped for out of this video series yet. 3 absolutely classic, critically well received games, remade from the ground up, with up-to-date graphics and new features for cheaper than your usual priced game is incredibly hard not to get excited about. It's a collection we've waited a long time for, and it's hard to believe it's just around the corner. If you played the originals, you'll most likely have fun playing through them again, but if you never got a chance to play them, absolutely make sure you at least check out this game, as I'm sure you'll find something to like about it. That's it for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and sub, and follow Project Gamer on Twitter for channel updates. Click the thumbnail on the left for a Gaming Origins episode on Crash Bandicoot, where we look at the entire history of the series, or one on the right for the last episode on Spyro the Dragon. Thanks for watching as usual, and I'll see you on the next video.